50 useless Overwatch 2 facts. The area that Overwatch 2 uses for a background in the hero gallery, where you've got some stairs on the left and orange boxes on the right, is actually the last area of the tutorial where you finish it off by capturing an objective point. With every Soldier 76 bot you add to a custom game, the numbers in their names will increase, so you'll have like Soldier 77 or Soldier 80 and so on. Brigitte's mechanic skin has this little hammer on the back, and it's the same hammer used in Torbjorn's chief engineer skin. Behind this bar on Route 66 you can find a random picture of Cassidy's old Overwatch 1 design, and on that note all the clocks on the wall are set to noon. Mei has a peace sign victory pose, but in her pajama skin she just points upwards. The plus symbol on the Anubis attacker spawn is not centered properly. You can find tally marks on Junker Queen's weapon, Junkrat's weapon, and also on the back of Wrecking Ball's Junker skin. This might represent games won in the Junk City arena or something. On Junkertown you can find a bunch of bolts in the metal, and one of the bolts is shaped like a little heart. The arcade machines inside the Hanamura spawn room are destroyable, right? Well, with Anna she takes 3 shots to do so if she's not zoomed in, but only 2 if she is. The creature from Widow's Itsy Bitsy Spider highlight intro can be found on the window in Chateu Guillard. On Numbani, in the reflection of most glass, you can see some areas that are not actually part of the playable PvP map. There's a couple of different previews you can find here which will probably be used for future PvE. Anna's A7000 War God Mythic skin changes her beach ball emote into like a metallic one. This is how Pharah's chuckle emote sounds normally. And here's how it sounds with her devil skin equipped. Inside Blizzard World's arcade, you can find high scores from a bunch of characters, with Sombra being number 1. Winston's leap upwards does roughly 1 damage, making it one of the lowest damage abilities in the game. Junker Queen has a special voice line for when all her teammates are women.
Alright ladies, let's teach these boys a lesson!
In the Italian translation of Overwatch, Lifeguard Mercy is called Angela Anderson, which is a fitting reference to Pamela Anderson. Zarya's Overwatch 1 design had a tattoo that said 512, which was her weightlifting record. Some of her skins in Heroes of the Storm have an 816 tattoo showing she beat it. When turned around, you can see that Junkrat's Junkbot tire has a drawing of him, Roadhog and Junker Queen all together. In the Rise and Shine cinematic, you can see this green mug featuring some dogs. Mei's pajama skin has that mug as part of the weapon. Zenyatta is the only character who has an epic quality victory pose. Back in 2018, a Korean hacker was able to play as PvE enemies in a competitive match. What makes it even better is Mauga was inspired by this unit, which you can kinda see a little bit. If you equip Symmetra's dragon skin, she has a unique voice line for eliminating Genji or Hanzo.
You are no true dragon.
This is how D.Va's sitting victory pose looks normally. However, Baby D.Va's pose changes slightly if you have her Academy or Varsity skins equipped. Pretty obvious why they did this one. When the player uses an ability as Wrecking Ball, he'll hit a corresponding button on his control panel. Orisa's Overwatch 1 Supercharger can be found in the Numbani Museum. Junkrat currently has the highest amount of viewable weapons in the hero gallery with a total of 5 different things. On Oasis University, you can find a whole classroom in the back here, but almost no one notices. Ironclad is the only Torbjorn skin where he doesn't have a prosthetic left arm. Even the chief engineer recolor has one. You know how Winston gets all red and angry during his ultimate? Well, if you set the duration of Primal Rage to be longer than it would be in a normal match, those effects actually wear off and Winston just kinda looks confused. Soldier 76 has a sidearm in both of his classic skins despite not using one in-game. Roadhog is similar in that he has a machete on his back. Malma's machine guns are named Cha and Gunny, and both are engraved with their respective initial. On Paraiso, you can find Lucio's kitchen in the back of the Last Offender spawn, and it's the exact same set used in the old Lucio's breakfast commercial. You know, the one from 2018, you can tell by some background details, so Lucio just recorded that in his own house. Also on that map you can find a poster which has Friday the 14th of May written on it. People generally agree that Overwatch takes place in the 2070s, and the only calendar years that match this date are 2077 and 2088. Reggie Bucksworth from the Toronto PVE mission has a shop you can find in New Queen Street. If you create a custom game where Symmetra cannot receive damage, she won't be able to destroy her teleporter. This is also the case if you set the game mode to headshots only. And on a similar note, if Torbjorn cannot receive healing, he cannot repair his turret or destroy it. Zenyatta and Ramattra have parallel highlight intros with uplift for Zenyatta and consideration for Ramattra. May's honeydew skin has Boba in her primary weapon and the balls are viewable when low on ammo. On Necropolis you can find Anna's bed, which has a hologram of Pharah, a sleep dart, and some photos of other Overwatch members. Hanamura is visible from Kanezaka, and vice versa, although it kinda looks like Play-Doh. Anna's corset and black braid skins have a parrot on their shoulder in the hero gallery, but that bird cannot be found anywhere else. Torbjorn and Wrecking Ball share the same eyebrow shape. On Roadhog's Rudolph skin there's a label on the scrap gun that says from Junkrat. On Samoa's lava map you can find a cat on one of the halo hangers and some dragon eggs hidden near the lava. There's also coconuts that will fall out of this tree when hit. Also, you can find a life ring in the spawn dropship, which other King of the Hill maps don't have. Soldier 76 has this finger gun highlight intro, and if you equip his formal 76 skin, it's changed very slightly so you can see his eyes. And that is all from me. Normally I do Mercy content unlike Mercy guides, but I always have a little fun doing these. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.